Good afternoon, this is Peg Larson. It is Thursday, I believe March 8th, and we just finished a House hearing for House File 2604 with Representative Quam in Education Finance. And our bill, which allows fund transfers, was rolled over for possible inclusion in the omnibus bill, which is a good thing. There were no questions, people understood, they paid attention, and I think it went very, very well. I also want to thank the two superintendents who attended today and testified, Superintendent Geese and Superintendent Rubinick.
In a crisis, managers need room to maneuver. Those who are entrusted by the public and the state with that responsibility of providing essential services must also be given the authority to carry out those responsibilities.
Hi, thank you for the opportunity. We got to testify today on Bill 2604, and I think we had a great conversation with a lot of people to hear about local control and the ability to move some funds around.
Yeah, I think things went well. The House group listened, heard our concerns, and we're hoping that they'll consider this to give us some flexibility for moving some of the funds back and forth so that we can use them more effectively.
We also had our hearing for the companion in the Senate, and in the Senate they did have some questions and they laid it over for some possible inclusion, yet they wanted to straighten out some of the questions that they had about unions and which funds and other things. As far as the rest of the atmosphere here, the Omnibus Education Finance Reform Bill was rolled out today unbeknownst to most people in the room, and they had great discussion on that. That may be phase one of the Education Finance Reform Bill, and there may be a phase two. It's going to be interesting to see how this goes along, and what happens with the governor when they do bring these bills forward. I do know that other committees are putting together their omnibus bills also. One bill that I think is of special interest, Representative Depke has a bill that does not allow the Commissioner of Education to enact rules without legislative approval. Now, this has been discussed in the past, but she said it's no slight against the Commissioner or the Department, but as it was said in committee by Representative Mariani and Representative Garland and many others, the rules have the power of law, and only the legislature should be able to enact those rules. Another bill that is of interest is House File 2647, which states that payouts by school districts must be made public, and the reason why those payouts, this is in response to the payout that just happened, I believe it was in Bloomington, and to the Human Resources person. That caused quite a stir around here that, why are people being bought out of their contracts? Also, there is a bill that says that if a teacher is charged with felony, and that's House File 2651, that they receive no pay at the time that they are put on leave. There are other things that are floating around here. This is a very busy time. You're going to see bills go to the floor and be sent to the governor, and possibly also rolled into omnibus bills to give them a second chance. The conversation with the governor at this point in time, I believe, has been fairly brief. He is very involved with the stadium, and it looks like they've come to some kind of a conclusion on that, and that has yet to go in front of the body. I hope you have a great week, and we'll be back to talk to you next week, and by that time the first deadline will be looming, which is March 16th, for your bill to get out of one body so that it can be heard in the second body by the next Friday. And then the fiscal deadline is the Friday after that. Taxes and bonding do not have deadlines at this point in time, but you can feel it in the air that people are getting antsy and want to get things moving and possibly signing day.
Okay, well, here's my weekly addendum to Peg's excellent summary of what's been going on. I just wanted to give a special thanks to Representative Dwayne Quam, Representative Kim Norton, and Senator Carla Nelson for their advocacy on this bill. It's going better than you might expect given the compression of this session and the fact that the legislature, although it always pays lip service to the notion of local control, often has a hard time really letting go.
Thank you.